your plane is crashing, here's exactly what to do to survive.
Tighten your seatbelts, locate the emergency exits, brace for impact, and once it crashes, get out of it and move away from the wreck as fast as you can.
Have you ever wondered why you get wrinkly after being in the water?
When you are underwater, your nervous system tells your blood vessels to shrink, and less blood flow makes the fingers and toes lose volume, causing the skin to fold into ridges.
Why is it that when the caretaker crouches down, the chicks immediately run over?
When he crouches, he looks like a mother offering safety, so they instinctively run under him to feel protected.
Do you know why the horse in the video has its leg standing in ice water?
It's an ice bath that helps speed up physical recovery.
On paper, this Rolex costs $20,000, but how much is it really worth?
He estimates that the materials alone cost under $50, but if you add labor costs, it jumps to $2,000.
Why is this guy climbing the rusty anchor chain of a giant ship?
It's one of the many ways people try to enter the USA illegally, but it's really dangerous, so don't do it.
I've always wondered, what's inside a wasp nest?
The outer layers serve as insulation, and inside is where they build the combs to store food and hatch more wasps.
What's the sharpest thing in the world?
You might think it's a really sharp knife, but it's actually something that occurs in nature. Obsidian shards can have edges as thin as 10 atoms.
This is why cowboys make their jeans so stiff, they can literally stand on their own.
They add starch to make them more durable, and it also helps dirt slide off more easily.
One of the most expensive liquids on Earth is in your house right now.
It's printer ink. It costs approximately $27,000 per gallon.
If you swallow gum, they say it stays in your stomach for 7 years.
That's not true. Your digestive system can't break it down, but it comes out untouched after a couple days.
Why should you never ever touch the red bottoms of ships?
Because the red paint used on the bottom of ships is designed to kill and prevent algae and barnacles from sticking to the hull, and for that, they use a very poisonous coat.
Why did thousands of customers return their Mickey Mouse soap dispensers?
They didn't read the instructions, so they thought the product didn't work.
Why did the Allies turn German helmets into cooking pots after World War II?
Once the war ended, resources were scarce, so it was a way they found to turn helmets into something useful for people.
Can you believe this? Every time fishermen unload their catch, they destroy a fishing net worth tens of thousands of dollars.
This is partially correct. They do cut the nets while unloading because otherwise it can rip and cause even more damage to the net or even injure the crew, but the net is made in a way it can be sealed together again, so it's not actually destroyed.
How deep does the ocean actually go? Why is the deepest part so terrifying?
The deepest point of the ocean is 35,876 feet deep, and that place is terrifying because imagine facing alien-like creatures on a pitch-black darkness.
How does this strange injection actually help save the entire reef?
They use it to kill a type of starfish that feeds on living coral.
This is why you should never climb a tree if a tiger is chasing you.
Because by the time you climb 1/3 of the tree, the tiger will be at the top waiting for you.
Why does the gold disappear just minutes after the World Cup ends?
Players and staff cut pieces of the net to keep forever as a souvenir.
Have you ever wondered why bananas are curved?
They are initially born straight, but as they grow, they bend upward, seeking for more sunlight.
Why do professional photographers hold their expensive cameras so loosely?
It's because there is a really good grip there, and when you've had your camera for a while, you get really comfortable holding it like that.
Why can't a robot just click, "I'm not a robot"?
Because CAPTCHA doesn't only check if the box was clicked, instead it considers all of the behavior the user had before clicking it.
Have you ever wondered why some Japanese roads have holes on purpose?
They absorb water, making roads last longer.
Time to see how much my $600 Coke machine has made.
Made $117.
Why is this man hitting the walls of his house with a bat?
The house was 3D printed and he wanted to test how strong it was.
3 insane things you can actually bring through TSA.
Scissors under 4 inches, correctly stored pet fish, and a sewing machine?
What happens when you step on the world's most venomous fish wearing only flip-flops?
It injects toxin right into your feet. If this happens, submerge your feet in hot water to alleviate pain and seek medical help.
There was a medieval punishment called trial by cake.
It was used when someone was accused of a crime with no witness. They'd be given a piece of bread to eat in front of a crowd, and if they choked or stumbled, it was believed God had declared them guilty.
If beavers don't chew wood, they die in the most gruesome way imaginable.
Their teeth never stop growing, so if they don't wear them down, they can eventually curl into their skull.
You're at a party. Which one's worse, wine or Diet Coke?
Both. In this case, dehydration is the best option.
How much skin will you shed in your entire life?
Approximately 100 pounds.
This guy showed what kind of trash can be thrown into the ocean and what can't.
You can throw anything that is biodegradable like food leftovers or paper, and never plastic, but keep in mind it is still considered littering in some places, so only do if necessary.
Why do ranchers set their bulls on fire?
They do this to burn the outer hair. It kills bugs and insects living there and makes the animal look more muscular and valuable.
Is it possible to break bedrock in Minecraft?
Only by cheating, just like a heart.
Why is the US military getting a new grenade?
They had the M67 that was effective in open environments, and the MK3A2 that was good for clearing rooms, so they just merged them and made one that is good in both situations.
What happens if I pump this 10-pump air rifle 100 times?
Well, nothing. The pump has valves that limit its pressure, so once it's full, any extra pump is just a waste of energy.
Do you know which is the most gigantic fish ever caught?
It's a 2,600 pounds great white shark.
Ever wondered how football field lines are made?
In natural fields, they are painted by humans or robots, and in artificial fields, they are made of strips of white grass.
This guy just poured water onto a pool table worth tens of thousands of dollars, and nobody stopped him.
Of course, why would they stop him? He was just deep cleaning the table, since dust can mess up the game.
Why did German soldiers used to have a giant spike on their helmet?
That spike was called Pickelhaube, and in the past its purpose was to deflect saber blows, but during the World War it was only used for ceremonial purposes.
Games that failed before becoming the biggest.
This happened to a game called Supersonic Acrobatic Rocket-Powered Battle Cars, which you might know today as Rocket League.
Did you know there's a difference between venomous snakes and poisonous ones?
Venomous animals use fangs, stingers, or spines to inject toxin into you, while poisonous animals transfer toxins when they are eaten or touched.
This little girl was frozen for 28 years.
She was frozen in 1992 when she was still an embryo and remained frozen until 2020. Truly amazing.
Have you ever wondered why laying on your arm makes it fall asleep?
It blocks blood flow and nerve signals.
Why do we always forget our dreams?
Because when we dream, the part of our brain that handles memory is sleeping as well. So if you want to remember, you have to think really hard or have a dream journal.
People in Cambodia deliberately drop and fake fish into their cooking pot every single day.
It's called lucky fish. It's made of iron, and when it's boiled in soups or water for 10 minutes, it releases iron and helps fight iron deficiency and anemia.
Why do tennis pros cut the strings out of perfect rackets before a match even starts?
They do this to replace the strings and ensure they have the perfect tension before matches.
Why are these squids getting smacked like that?
It's just the fastest and most humane way of unaliving them.
If you find trash on the street, can you keep it?
If it's an expensive item, just to be sure, you should report it to the police. And if no one claims it, you can keep it.
Hey, you ever wonder why the ocean is salty?
Rivers carry small amounts of salt into the ocean, and as water evaporates over and over again, the salt becomes more and more concentrated.
Do you know just how much salt is in the entire ocean?
Well, not much, only 50 quadrillion tons.
Did you know that it's almost impossible to tickle yourself?
For your body to get tickled, a surprise factor is needed. When you tickle yourself, your body is already expecting it, so it doesn't work.
This is the one fish every scuba diver is absolutely terrified of.
These fish are really aggressive when they are protecting their nest, and their bite hurts.
Have you ever wondered why penguins cannot fly even they have wings?
It's because their wings were made to help them swim and maneuver underwater, and not for flying.
They say there's one liquid that can bring down an entire hornet colony in seconds.
Water with dish soap. It breaks the wasp waterproof coat and they drown.
Ever wondered why space is so silent?
Sound propagates through a chain reaction between molecules, and since space has almost no molecules, sound can travel through it.
How many Twizzlers can hold me up?
25.
This is the difference between a free lawyer and an expensive lawyer.
Expensive lawyers are more expensive, but they can choose the cases they work on, giving you more attention, and provide better perks for their clients.
Have you noticed bowling feels different these days?
They are replacing traditional bowling machines with alternatives that use strings to reset the pins, but that can mess up how the pins fall.
If you've ever wondered how Bluetooth got its name?
It's because of an actual Bluetooth. A king that united Denmark and Norway had it. And since this tech was used to unite phones and PCs, they name it that.
This is the kind of cargo almost every captain would rather avoid.
He's talking about steel coils. They weigh multiple tons each and are round. If they break loose from their anchor points and start rolling, they become super dangerous.
Why do green leaves turn red, yellow, and orange in the fall?
It's because they stop producing chlorophyll, the pigment that makes them green, allowing the other pigments that were already in the leaves to be visible.
Many people wonder why the moment a diver surfaces, there's always a team rushing over to strip off their gear.
This can happen to deep-sea divers who surface too quickly. The pressure drops rapidly, causing dissolved gases like nitrogen to form bubbles in their blood and tissues. They need to get to a decompression chamber as quickly as possible, where the pressure can be safely increased and then reduced gradually.
3 things you must do if you win the lottery.
Keep your mouth shut, sign your name on the back of your ticket, and pay the taxes.
Scientists just figured out why bats don't get cancer.
They have 2 copies of a gene that kills the cell if cancer is detected. Humans, on the other hand, only have one, and when it doesn't work properly, a cancer forms.
Is Earth actually actually getting heavier the more we build on its surface.
Not really, all materials used for construction were already on Earth. It's actually getting lighter as gases constantly escape through the atmosphere.
Have you ever wondered why the NBA rim is exactly 10 feet high?
Purely by coincidence. When the basketball was invented, the first basket happened to be put on a balcony exactly 10 feet high.
What would happen if Earth actually was flat?
Gravity would behave differently and Earth would no longer have a magnetic field to protect us against the sun.
What do you do if a gorilla is standing right in front of you?
I know it's hard, but you should never run from them. That could trigger their instincts and they could chase you. Instead, keep calm, make yourself small, and walk away slowly.
Have you ever wondered why American footballs are shaped like eggs instead of being perfectly round?
That shape makes the ball fly farther, faster, and more precisely, while providing a better grip.
They are about to turn this palm tree into something so useful.
They split it in half, carve the wood, and make a canoe with it.
This part under your car is worth more than gold, and thieves know it.
The part in question is the catalytic converter. It contains a ceramic coated in precious metals. In one you can find up to 4 grams of platinum, 3 grams of palladium, and 1 gram of rhodium. But only rhodium is currently more expensive than gold.
Can you legally destroy money?
You can turn coins into souvenirs, but bills are treated differently. Destroying them to the point they are no longer usable is against federal law.
A woman was playing at a slot machine until something unbelievable happened. She hit the jackpot and won nearly $43 million.
Now this really happened to a woman in Jamaica, by the way. The machine malfunctioned and told her she had won the jackpot. The casino refused to pay and offered a free steak dinner. She took them to court and lost.
What if you tried to smash a diamond with a hammer?
While diamonds are the hardest natural material when it comes to scratching, they are actually brittle, so a hard blow can shatter them.
This is the world's longest straw, and according to Mythbusters, it's physically impossible to drink from 34 feet high.
Well, it is indeed impossible. You can suck water higher than about 34 feet because atmospheric pressure isn't strong enough to push it any higher, and the water starts to boil.
Why do doctors turn on an X-ray machine like they're setting off a bomb?
Because while the radiation emitted during exams is not enough to harm the patient, if the doctors expose themselves to it for many times a day during extended periods of time, it adds up, and it can be harmful to their health.
If the police break down your door in the middle of the night, here's what you should do.
Keep calm, don't try to stop them, record the situation, ask if you are being detained, and once they leave, write everything you can remember, like officer's name and numbers, what they did, and find a criminal defense attorney.
A dead electric eel is basically a portable battery.
This is fake. Even though they can be dangerous when they are alive, eels start producing electricity once they die.
If you dig a pond on a mountain and never add any fish, will fish slowly appear inside?
Well, probably. Birds can carry fish eggs and drop them there, or fish can swim upstream during floods and eventually reach the pond.
What's the current longest sniper kill?
The record is currently 4 kilometers, and if it wasn't crazy enough, he killed 2 soldiers with 1 shot.
How much ammo do soldiers actually carry?
The average soldier carries around 180 rounds, but it varies heavily depending on the weapon. For example, machine gunners carry around 600 rounds, while pistol users only carry 51.
This is one of the deadliest objects mankind has ever produced.
It was a 6 kilogram sphere of plutonium called the Demon Core. It was intended to be used on a 3rd nuclear bomb, but since the war ended and the bomb was not needed, it was then used for research and killed 2 scientists before being melted.
Have you ever wondered how Hollywood actors can eat rotten food on camera and be totally safe?
It's because they don't eat rotten food. Instead, they use food that is intentionally made to look rotten, but it's actually safe to eat.
I just calculated how many planets there are in the observable universe.
There are 306 trillion planets. Just so you understand this better, if every human went to space to find planets, each one of us would need to find 36 trillion planets.
If you smushed everything on Earth down and down and down and down and down, at what size would it become a black hole?
Technically the size of a pea, but Earth doesn't have enough mass to become one, so it's impossible to happen.
What's the dumbest animal on the planet?
It's not your little brother as you might think. Humans are arguably dumb if you consider we created ways to destroy each other and the planet, but if you look at raw brain power, the koalas are.
Have you ever wondered why the blobfish is called the ugliest animal in the world?
I mean, just look at him. But seriously, his body doesn't have bones, so when it's pulled out of the water, it gets deformed like that.
This is one of the oldest creatures on the planet.
It's the horseshoe crabs. Those things have been around for 480 million years, and they have survived multiple mass extinction events.
Why are chip bags so full of air?
They fill the bag halfway with air to protect the ships during transportation and handling. It's necessary unless you like powdered potatoes.
3D printed glow stick versus real. Which one is better?
The real is better, like 3 times better.
Have you ever wondered how blind people can write without seeing the paper?
By using a braille slate and a stylus.
This guy makes $5,000 a week from his business while doing absolutely nothing.
He owns laundromats and vending machines. He just has to restock the machines and collect the money once a week.
These are real ways parents catch their kids sneaking out.
Well, I doubt any parent dressed as a sofa to spider kids, Mike. But the most common way is through security cameras.
Did you know the reason spider legs curl up when they die?
Their legs are moved using hydraulic power. When they die and no longer have blood inside them, their legs contract.
Why are train rails shaped like an eye?
It's because this shape is more efficient at distributing force and lasts longer.
Did you know there's a tree that literally grows bombs?
It's a tree called sandbox. The fruits explode when they dry and the sap is very poisonous.
What's the deadliest spider in the world?
It's the Sydney funnel spider, and guess what? It's from Australia, and once it bites you, you die in 15 minutes.
This man is known as the person with the worst eyesight on Earth.
Just so you understand, a vision of -6 diopters is already considered severe. His vision is -108. He can only see 3 centimeters ahead.
This is why trees in Scotland literally grow money over time.
The tree of course doesn't grow money. People hammer coins into their bark because they believe it absorbs all their bad luck. That's it. Thank you for watching. Click here for another 100 shorts. Have a great day and subscribe.